right, Shrewd News and Reviews. We back with another one, man.
Yes, man. We got to talk about the controversy where Hassan Campbell is calling out Fat Joe for defending Chomos. Afrika Bambaataa being one of them. Those are his words, not mine. And there's been some allegations that have come out. Shall we begin? In the words
of Yep. Shall we begin? But hold on, guys. Make sure y'all smash that like button for us. It helps us with the algorithm so more people can see our videos. And if you like content like this, make sure to subscribe because we try to give y'all facts, truth, and an unbiased opinion. So make sure you guys lock in.
Damn right. So the thing about this hip hop museum, everybody's on the hip hop museum's the founders, they're on their heads right now because they got 18 million from taxpayers' money, from Chuck Schumer. Then they got an extra 5, and Hassan Campbell is saying y'all are giving millions of dollars to the man who molested me.
Oh,
right. And Fat Joe just made a video going viral, kind of defending those guys. Now, when we made the video last time, there was people in the comments, and they were saying stuff like, "What the heck were they saying?" I don't want to misquote y'all. I'm gonna make some examples. The thing is, they would say we can't pick and choose history or who accomplished it. They listen, man. We're not saying that you can't listen to Afrika Bambaataa's music. What I was saying is he probably shouldn't be part of a hip hop museum if he has credible allegations against him. Another comment that was insensitive, in my opinion. People are saying that Hassan had a relationship with Afrika Bambaataa. A minor can't have. I know that's funny to y'all, but a minor can't have a relationship with a grown ass man. That's number one, and we can't be so immature that we don't realize that.
Yeah, I think specifically they said he's a scorned lover. Was that it?
Yeah, they're saying stuff like that. I think that's kind of like, it's insensitive shit. That's the culture. The culture is like homophobic, so they're going to make jokes like that. That's why it's hard for a man to come out and say that another man touched him.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So we're going to address all of that. Now, a good point to start at, right?
Yeah.
I want to keep this very unbiased. I want people to know that there's a lot of things that Hassan Campbell says and does that I don't approve of. This is not me trying to say that Hassan Campbell is the savior. Like, I think a lot of people go too far with their support of Hassan Campbell, but this I agree with. One thing I didn't agree with, at about 10 minutes and 23 seconds into the video, he plays a clip of Fat Joe saying that Fat Joe saying his daughter, right, said that there's 30 different genders. Hassan Campbell said he would have smacked his daughter if she said something about 30 different genders, right?
So do you believe it's that many genders?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Scientifically speaking, gender identity is a spectrum, bro. That's a quote from Neil deGrasse Tyson. This stuff is backed up by evidence. That's just a fact. Some people are gay. We got to accept it. So Hassan Campbell basically said that he would abuse his child for saying something that's true scientifically. Some people don't identify with the gender that they were assigned with at birth. And it's a lot about that stuff that we don't understand. So I thought that was wrong. His position on that. You want to say something about his position on that?
But look, I agree with you with him putting, bodily harm, but everybody, raises their kids and discipline their kids different. So I'm not the one to say, how to discipline your kids. But what I would say is Hassan Campbell said if he can't, and I agree with him on this part, if you can't accept who you are, how can I accept who you are? If you don't want to accept it, and you like, what do you want me to do? Like, you want me to just accept, who you want to be? But I kind of agree with him on that. Like, you was put here. Like, why would you think that's a bad thing of how you were brought into this world? Why would you feel like that's a bad thing? I think that's a problem. If you can't, that's some kind of mental issue. If you can't see yourself, however yourself is, as beautiful, great, whatever it is, that you got to feel like you have to change that to fit society. I think that's a problem.
Yeah, it sounds like it sounds like you should be defending people like that. They're being who they feel like they really are. They don't have to conform to what you think that they should be. That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? But we'll move on from that.
Okay.
Fat Joe is accused of being a liar as well. He's saying that Peter Guns, Melly Mel, I've even heard MC Shan talk about this. These are all people that have said that they've heard rumors about Afrika Bambaataa doing these things. Fat Joe was on some shit like, if I ain't see it, I can't tell you what it is. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that? Like, you know, I was minding my business. Should we just mind our business when it comes to shit like this?
I mean, if you got kids, like, yeah, I don't respect Fat Joe saying, man, you know, he should have looked into it. If there's somebody you praising,
yeah, you should look at it deep.
You know, yeah, you can't be around here. You know, it's like how we talked about the R. Kelly thing. You know, you'll feel weird you bumping R. Kelly and some girls pull up. They're gonna probably look at you like, hold on, man, you know about his case? Like, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So
and listening to the music is one thing, but defending these guys while they're getting millions of dollars of taxpayers' money, that's a little bit far. But let's get into some clips, because I know y'all want to hear what Hassan Campbell had to say. And this is an interesting clip because he addresses B Stinger. Now, we talked to B Stinger. He commented on our last video where we addressed this subject, and we're going to get into that too.
We're going to get into that. But hold on. Before we get into that, let's address that.
God.
We did say Hassan Campbell got his channel took. In our last video, we did say that we didn't know what happened to it. So this is his first video back, and he's saying that YouTube actually.
We're going to get into that, bro. I'm just trying to get to this clip, all right?
All right.
Me, Hassan Campbell. I'm a dude that's been locked up for multiple murders. So it was hard for me to get on a stand and point a finger at anybody. And I said from the jump when I first came out, I was never, ever, ever going to take the stand. But I was convinced to actually go to a lawyer, right? I went to a lawyer. The lawyer that I just so happened to go to, I didn't know Ron Savage, B Stinger, had the same exact lawyer. I didn't know that. Right? So therefore, being that me and B Stinger had the same lawyer, B Stinger, allegedly, he took a bag. The Zulu Nation paid him off. So he went from crying all over the internet to saying that Bam didn't really do that to him and it was a misunderstanding. He told my lawyer the same thing. So the lawyers got rid of me and B Stinger. This is why Bam never went to court. Now you understand?
Now, as I said, B Stinger, he was in our comments saying that he didn't accuse Bam. I don't think that's true. Let's read B Stinger's comments.
Yeah, so this guy actually was in our comments, guys. So this is real. We ain't just, this ain't, and we actually deep dived, we verified this. We went to his Instagram. We definitely we ain't just putting on somebody.
We tried to reach out to him. He didn't get back to it. We wanted him to say it from his own mouth. But I'm gonna read what he says here. The funny thing is, nobody's talking about how Star threatened to take Bambaataa to court, and if I didn't, he was coming for me, and how Star and Layla are slandering me right now because I didn't follow what they told me to do against Bambaataa and Zulu Nation. The crazy thing is I never, ever said the Zulu Nation did anything to me, and Star is the one that put their logos on my interview. Why nobody's playing the audio of Star threatening me? Why nobody talking about how Layla is slandering me all over the place on her channel to turn the people against me, but nothing but lies, just like she did to the Zulu Nation. You can't see the game she running. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a lot of confidence in my belief that what B Singer's saying here is true. I don't have a lot of confidence in what he's saying because there's been several other people to make allegations like this. Right. There's several articles out here that are addressing B Stinger making these allegations against people in the Zulu Nation, even if he didn't name Afrika Bambaataa by name. it just seems like a crazy thing to come out and say and then try to retract that statement. I think that he could be being pressured, or it's possible that he got paid off. I don't know. Just being objective, you know.
Yeah, I mean, to me, Hassan Campbell's story just makes more sense. It makes more sense that he went to the lawyer and they had the same lawyer, and it's a fact that, you know, B. Stinger was saying some things about it. It's factual proof about that. We don't know why. We don't know if he was paid to do it, and maybe he, you know, we don't know, you know.
Yeah.
But it is facts that he was saying something. So
I want to go back to the clips. I want to bring something up, not to cut you off. I want to bring up some more clips, because this video that Fat Joe made went viral, and I think that Fat Joe is biased, being that he is part, or used to be part, of the Zulu Nation. Can we go back to the Hassan Campbell clip?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play another clip from there, because I want people to understand the totality of the situation. This is not just saying, like, this is not about Bambaataa's music, or, you know, whether you are sure or not. There's money being exchanged and people are protesting. This shit is getting political, huh?
The Hip Hop Museum is the home of Afrika Bambaataa. The Hip Hop Museum is the same people. The people that's running the Hip Hop Museum is the same people that allowed Afrika Bambaataa to molest me as a child. And millions of other children this man had touched.
Millions?
Yeah, Hassan Campbell speaks in hyperbole, and that's why his credibility is, like, he talks about conspiracy theories a lot, and he speaks in hyperbole. That's why outside of this story, I don't think he's that credible of a person, but I do believe his allegations against Hassan Campbell. I mean, Afrika Bambaataa, rather. I'm glad you caught that, though. I don't know about millions of people, but
yeah,
let's move on.
That's hard to believe.
That's crazy, right? Let's go on.
People that's running the Hip Hop Museum are no different from the people that's on the list of Epstein. Do you understand?
I disagree.
Afrika Bambaataa is equivalent to Epstein.
Disagree.
And this is who Fat Joe is taking a stand with, because he is part of the Hip Hop Museum. And I'm going to say, matter of fact, let me let Joe finish speaking.
Right. I'm talking about Armin. I'm talking about LG. I'm talking about Mickey Benson. I'm talking about everybody. Fat Joe was there. Was
the names that he just named. Ahmed was on Star's platform. LG, I made a video and told everybody that Afrika Bambaataa made me watch him give LG oral sex when I was a child.
Whoa.
Damn.
These are some pretty strong allegations, bro.
Very
You
strong.
don't see every day that a man is talking about another man doing something like that to him. We know how our community is, bro. They are not very compassionate when it comes to allegations like this. So to be doing this as a publicity stunt, like some are trying to suggest, I don't buy that at all. I just don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? Here's another quote that I got to include because it's probably going to be on the thing thumbnail. I thought this was very compelling when he said this right here. This is the line. It's coming up in about 10 seconds.
this ain't no chaos. This ain't, you know, I'm just saying everybody knew each other, right? And was down with each other, right? So now there's people saying, yo, let's stop the Hip Hop Museum because these guys are cool with Bambaataa. These guys are this and this and this and this and that. Now we got the idea of, all right, do you stop the preserving of hip hop culture, the Hip Hop Museum that people invested their whole lives into and gave up millions of dollars and went all out to get it done, to make the Bronx a destination across the country, to this, that, because this.
People gave up millions of dollars to the nigga that molested me. People gave up millions of dollars to a family that molested me. This ain't about tearing down the hip hop museum that Bam built. Do you hear him? $20 million has been donated to a pedophile ring. The building can stand.
Damn, he likened them to Jeffrey Epstein. I heard you saying you disagree with that. Go ahead, speak on it, Bob.
Yeah. I think he reaching, just like with the millions of people he's saying that Bambaataa probably touch. I think it's reaching. I think you can put him in the same, like it's doing the same, malicious things, but it's not in the same category. I think Epstein is on a much larger scale, in my opinion.
I mean, we don't know the extent of what Bambaataa was doing. I think there is some. I actually, when we made the last video, I did say that this was like an Epstein type of situation because people were vilifying people for being on that list, right? We don't know what they did on the island, but just because Epstein's name was so bad, anybody that was on that flight list, I think Chris Tucker was on it, Bill Clinton was on the flight list, like a lot of people, Bill Gates on the flight list, right? And people were villainizing him for it. I think that we could see a similar thing happen with Afrika Bambaataa because these are people that he was in cahoots with. We're seeing that now. Layla Wills is protesting at City Hall to try to stop this funding, trying to get them boys, out of the hip hop museum. So I don't know. I don't think he's that off with that one, but
What about the millions of people?
The millions of people, I said that was hyperbole. I mean, I think it's hard for me to believe that he was touching millions of people, but Hassan did go into a story about how Afrika Bambaataa was recruiting people from some kind of youth center or whatever, and those same people from the youth center, the little rec center or whatever, are now involved in the museum. It was scary, you know what I'm saying? But I do want to bring up what you were trying to get to when you were saying that this is the first time we heard from Hassan, and Hassan was saying that Fat Joe could have had something to do with his YouTube channel being taken away or demonetized, whatever. I'll let you hear from Hassan's mouth.
And this video went viral. They took my monetization.
Oh, let me back it up a little bit.
I don't think he's saying Fat Joe. I think he's
saying they just got $5 million. Then they just got $5 million more from Chuck Schumer. Fat Joe made this video. And my page went down immediately. An hour after Fat Joe spoke.
Wow.
And this video went viral, they took my monetization. I'm not saying Joe did it. I'm just saying something just ain't right.
Yeah, what you were saying, Bob?
I think it was in cahoots. Yeah, listen. This is the narrative I'm thinking that could have happened, all right?
Okay.
It's a big team behind them donating this money to the museum. Fat Joe may be a part of it, and it may be a bigger scheme that they had to take Hassan Campbell page down because this is bringing too much light and may take the money out of them receiving money, like you said, the lady Layla Wills is doing. Layla Wills is doing that may, take that money back.
Okay, that's a theory. Should we mind our business? Are we just gossiping right now? Because
I think it's important, man, to just get the facts out, and I think it's important to have these conversations to make sure that the kids is in a better place because this is something that's serious. If you got kids and people got kids, or if you care about kids, you got to make sure that they're in the right environment and the people around them is doing the right things.
Listen, I agree with you, but it's funny because KRS-One had said something to that effect that this is just gossip, and he actually has some words defending Afrika Bambaataa in the past, and he said that he just doesn't turn his back on his friends or some convoluted shit like that. And I didn't like it. I think MC Shan kind of barked on him back then. Hassan Campbell brought up KRS-One again, saying that it's not right that he was defending them, and I don't think it is either.
No.
I don't think that this is us gossiping. I think we're trying to get to the truth of something that's real important. We don't want no chomos being connected to the Universal Hip Hop Museum. This, like I said on the last video, I feel like Fat Joe missed the moment. This is a good opportunity for hip hop to stand against stuff like that. Let us know that we got morals. They're always talking about us like we idiots in hip hop. John Morant run around showing guns and shit. They say hip hop influenced them like we're all dumb. Another thing is you know, the homophobia in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? This is a time where we could kind of stand up and be on the right side of shit. And I don't think Fat Joe took advantage of that moment the way he was supposed to. And another opportunity we have here is there's a lot of baseless conspiracy theories about, you know, children being exploited or assaulted sexually in the Democratic Party, you know, them being ran by a cabal. Since Chuck Schumer is the one to give the money, I think that they have a responsibility to stand with victims, stand with survivors, to show that they're not on the side of people that could be hurting kids in that way, to kind of dispel some of those rumors, because this could kind of feed into those kind of stereotypes or baseless conspiracy theories. You agree with that part, Bo?
Yeah, definitely agree with that, man. You know, everybody's looking at who's donating the money and what they're tied to. So that's facts. Yeah.
Also facts. In the video, he took some shots at 10 Toes Down that I thought was funny. Y'all got to watch it in its entirety on Hassan's new page. I think it's, what is that new page called again?
Uncut, Raw and Uncut with Hassan.
Raw and Uncut with Hassan. Shout out Hassan Campbell. Yeah. Raw and Uncut with Hassan. That's the new joint. Also, he threatened to bend Doggy Diamonds over.
Oh, that's kind of, yeah, that's
them
kind
boys.
of crazy.
Them boys be going back and forth. They got some shit going on. But I did see that Doggy Diamonds was making videos saying that Hassan Campbell was acting like he got his page taken as a publicity stunt. I think that was kind of unfounded, but he was just saying what he was thinking. But Doggy Diamonds is the same one that got caught slipping with them fake J Diggs texts that Whack 100 was trying to pass off. I ain't think that was real good journalism on Doggy Diamond's part. I think he should have stopped that. And I'll be seeing, like, you know, I'm not knocking. I look up to Doggy Diamonds. I was watching his shit for years before, but I also see that he kind of dabbles in conspiracy theory shit. You be watching the videos where it's like rappers talk about they was involved in some kind of like secret sacrifices or something like that kind of stuff. So I'd be kind of weary of
clickbaiting. You know, he probably
I put that in a certain category too. So I understand Hassan Campbell kind of pushing back on what Doggy Diamonds was saying, but in all fairness, Hassan Campbell be talking about conspiracy theory shit too. So
yeah, they were friends too. Doggy. Yeah, they were best friends too. So
yeah, y'all was thick as thieves just a minute ago. So hey man, y'all chime in on the comments. Let me know what y'all think.
Yeah, man, that's the most important thing. I want to know what y'all think about this museum. What you think about Hassan Campbell saying that his page got took down, possibly from this organization? Okay, and my take on that, you know, and Fat Joe, is Fat Joe just talking about this because he's in cahoots or he got paid?
Is he biased because he's part of the? Is he biased because he's part of the Zulu Nation? Is he defending child molesters? We got to ask these questions, man.
Yeah,
we have to ask these questions.